So guys, in the last video, we talked about update 1.5, which is actually now live. And to coincide with that, Insurgency Sandstorm actually has a free week this week to celebrate. And well, considering a ton of players are jumping in and trying out Domination, we're going to take a look at that. And we're also going to talk about some new info we got from the devs this week. So guys, this is BillyEatWorld again, and let's find out. Alright guys, welcome to the video, and to kick off, like I said, the big topic of the week is that this week Insurgency Sandstorm is having a free week. And maybe that's why you're here, I don't know. But if you're not, and you haven't already had the chance to check out Insurgency Sandstorm, well, now's a really good opportunity. The game's going to be free all the way through to the 17th of December, and not just that, but it's also currently 50% off on Steam as well. So obviously, if you've got a PC, just jump in, give it a go, see if you like it, and hopefully, if you do, I'll see you on the battlefield sometime soon. Now, also, I should mention, I just want to give a big thank you to the guys over at New World Interactive, because to celebrate the free week, they've given me a bunch of codes for Sandstorm to give away. And, well, as usual, I'm going to be giving them away along with the next couple of videos. So if you don't already have a copy of the game, well, this is a good chance to win one for yourself. Now, this week I'm actually going to be giving 2 codes away, so for the first one, all you have to do is head down to the description, click the link to the Twitter post for this video, give me a follow, and then retweet that post. Or, if you don't want to do that, you can instead leave me a comment on this video telling me why you think I should give you the code, and I'll be announcing the winners for both of them in the next Insurgency video, which should be in about a week's time. Now, with that out of the way, let's get into the meat of the video, and the first thing I want to take a look at is a brand new state of production post that we got from the devs this week. And look, this isn't a really exciting one, but there are a few bits of info you might want to know about on a few new features, and most importantly, some features that have been cancelled. Like, for example, and we don't know much about this yet, but apparently we're going to be getting a competitive leaderboard, which is apparently going to be accessible by web browser. And also, as of the start of the free week, competitive ranks have also been reset, because apparently the devs are trying really hard to get people interested in comp, and they want new players to jump in and start with a clean slate. Now, also another interesting feature that you might want to know about that the devs have just introduced is a prototype player reporting system. So basically, if you're having issues with cheaters or other toxic behavior, now you actually have a way to address that. You can access that feature by the scoreboard on a drop-down menu. And also, here's another cool bit of news. Apparently, the first round of alpha testing for the level editor has finally kicked off, so we should hopefully be seeing some community content very soon. And look, if you're interested in modding and you've got some experience with the UE4 engine, well, you might actually be interested in signing up to be part of that. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, well, click the link in the description if you want some more info. But finally, for the state of production post, the last thing I want to talk about is that the devs have been really honest in this one, and unfortunately they've confirmed a bunch of stuff that they've just cancelled. Some we already knew about, like for example the single player campaign, and some not so much, like for example Mac and Linux support like the previous game had. Unfortunately, that won't be going ahead. Also, apparently we won't be getting local play on regular PvP modes, we won't be getting the proposed weapons on back feature, and this one really sucks, I think, we won't be getting foregrip upgrades. So look, I know that's disappointing, but here's one good bit of news. Even though we've been waiting for months now, the console ports haven't been cancelled. Apparently the devs are on track with them, and we'll be getting some more info on that in January. But anyway, guys, that's just about it for the news, so let's move on and have a look at Domination and see how it's going on public servers. And well, I've had a few more hours to play on it now, and I've got to admit, I'm seriously hooked. I honestly reckon this is probably the best thing that's happened to the game in a long time. It's not perfect, and we'll talk about that in just a bit, but even so, it's completely different from the other standard game modes, and that's a good thing. And I agree with the devs, it's definitely easier to jump into, and it's going to be a huge help when it comes to attracting new players and hopefully getting them to stick around long term. Like I said, though, it does have a few design problems, and I think probably the main thing for me is that New World have definitely tried to go for more of a Call of Duty style domination than a Battlefield style domination. For example, it's all random spawns in this, and spawns are basically instant. So in a nutshell, there's almost no reason to try and protect your life like you would do in the base Insurgency game modes. On the other hand, Battlefield-style domination allows you to spawn on squad mates and objectives, and I honestly, for the life of me, can't understand why they didn't use that system in a game like this. It's got more in common with Battlefield, surely, than it does have with COD. And I feel like slowing down spawns fits Sandstorm's identity a bit better too, but hey, they did say in the official dev post that they were going to be going after Modern Warfare players, so, you know, I do understand why they decided to go with this design instead. Now, the other big issue, I think, is that the devs have followed the TDM model and given players the ability to select any loadout they want, which is obviously a bit unbalanced. Because, I mean, TDM was never meant to be a permanent mode, but Domination is now, and I really kind of feel like the Fragger kit, access to everything model, it just feels a bit too cheap and easy. The main problem is, though, that players just have way too many supply points. As you can see in this video, I'm running the M4, which has 5 supply points to begin with, as well as a full set of attachments. And not just that, but I'm also running heavy armor. I've also got some grenades, and I think I've even got some points to spare because I took some stuff off to save weight. So yeah, that's obviously gonna be a bit broken. Also, not just that, but the whole idea of a class system in a hardcore game like this is to limit the amount of different weapons on the battlefield so you don't need to balance them all. And obviously, in a mode like this, run and gun weapons like the SMGs are going to be absolutely insane, which is why you'll notice in this video a ton of people end up using them. Not just that, but this week, being a free week, there's a lot of new players, right? And what are they doing? Well, they're sitting up the back of maps camping with the bolt-action rifles. Meanwhile, their team is getting stomped. So yeah, the simple solution is just put the class system back in. Even if there aren't faction-locked weapons, that's got to be better. But anyway, to finish up, look, like I said, Domination isn't perfect, but it is still super addictive, and I feel like I'll be playing it a lot more from now on just to get footage for you guys. I got so many more decent clips in only a couple of games than I would, say, for example, in Push. So, in other words, that means there's going to be more Insurgency videos on this channel as well. But most importantly, it's no stress, it's fast-paced, you can just jump in and jump out, play one game, and you still have a good time. And really, that's all I need to say. It's Insurgency, but it's relaxed, and look, I know it shouldn't work, but somehow it actually does. But anyway, guys, that just about wraps up this quick video. So as always, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And also just remember to check out the links in the description. I've got all the details for the competitions there. So if you want to enter them, please do. And I'll be back in about a week's time with the winners. As always, though, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and please feel free to check out the links in the description if you want to see any more of these videos. And also, don't forget you can find my Twitter and Discord links down there as well if you want to keep in touch. And as always, until next time, see you later, and have a good one.